Okay. It says we're live. And we're live. Okay. So I was only able to really. Oh crap! That's not gonna work. Okay. Well, it's live now, so that works. Okay. So I've only been able to do the first question really.
Okay, I can help you up through 8, and then we can figure out the rest.
Okay, sweet. So I think I was just about to figure out number 2 because I have it pulled up in the book. The U4 measure of labor underutilization is, what even is this? Okay, so what on earth? What is underutilization?
Is there a way to put this on the screen, my notes?
I think you should be able to screen share. Yeah, let me see if that'll work. I'm not sure if I have to stop screen sharing for you to do that, but I can give that a shot real quick. Stop screen sharing. There's me. So do you want to try screen sharing?
Okay, let's.
Does it let you?
I don't know what this thing is. Is anything happening?
No, it's still just showing you.
Oh. Is this showing anything?
It's still just you.
I'm sorry.
No worries.
Wow, I don't know how to make something work here. Wait. Oh, it's going to do that for everything.
There you go.
Can you see it?
Yep.
Can you see these notes?
Yes.
These are my notes. Okay. And you already got number 1?
Yeah.
Okay, so number 2, there was a formula for it, and it's called the U4 measure.
Okay.
And the formula was unemployment plus discouraged workers. That sum divided by the sum of labor force plus discouraged workers.
Oh, all right.
And because
was that formula in the PowerPoint or
no, I have a tutor on Monday so that I can understand these things, because otherwise they don't put all this information in our reading material.
Yeah. Like I don't see that in the book. And
I'm sure it is someplace in a different chapter that we don't read.
It's gotta be, yeah.
So anyway, up here was the formula or the chart that had all of the values. And so based on our formula, it didn't list the total number of discouraged. And so the way I was able to get that was by taking the this one here. I don't know if you can see this. The total unemployed plus discouraged workers.
Right.
And then I subtracted the total unemployed from it. And that's how I was able to come up with the discouraged workers right down here in that part of the formula. So anyway, so back up to this top formula. We take the unemployed plus the discouraged, which they do give us that sum of 7 million. And then we divide it by the total labor force, which was 100 million. And then we add that discouraged worker. That sounds funny. So that's 7 million minus 6.2, which is going to equal 0.8 million. So that's how I came up with the 100 million plus 0.8 million for the bottom.
Okay, gotcha.
And then that gives us 7 million divided by 100.8 million, which gives us a 0.6944 on the calculator. And then the options were 6.9 was the closest. So that's what I chose.
Huh, all right.
So I don't know if you want to do a screen capture or type out that formula.
I actually did, yeah. I think so. The total discourage, is that what's in the unemployed plus discourage? Is it that value there?
Yeah.
Oh, geez. Okay.
Yeah, and that's why I had to write this formula out and kind of give myself steps so that when I go back and look at it again, I can remember, oh yeah, I had to subtract it out of a total combined number in order to identify the discouraged worker portion of that. Does that make sense?
Yeah. So total unemployed plus. Wait, so what's the formula for the total discouraged? It's total unemployed plus total discouraged minus total unemployed?
Can you see that? I just turned it blue.
Yeah. And then what's the formula below that one?
That is to identify the total discouraged.
And then, so that's total unemployed.
Plus total discouraged.
Minus total unemployed?
Yes. Now, the reason why is because they only give us, I wonder if I can do this. Maybe, hold on. I'll make him orange and really fat. There. Okay, so right here, it gives us the combined number.
Oh, I see. Gotcha. So the unemployed plus discouraged is the one number that they give us.
Yeah, and so they don't give us just a discouraged group.
Right.
And so we have to calculate what is the discouraged group. So I took this number, the total of both, and then I just pulled out the unemployed group. So that's where I come up with down here the 7.0 minus the 6.2.
Gotcha.
So I took the total and then I removed the unemployed from it to find a balance of 0.8 million.
Right. Okay, that makes sense. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Hi guys, I'm so sorry.
Hi, no worries.
Hey Garrett.
Yeah, I've been running around a little crazy, so I'm currently driving right now, but I do have all my answers. I just don't have my work in front of me. So.
Oh, nice.
Cool.
Sweet.
Well, we have all the answers up to 8.
Number 8. Okay, perfect. Let me.
That might get you home.
Hopefully. So, do you want me to, then we can go from there?
Well, we're going to go through. How about if when we've exhausted what we can do, then you jump in?
Okay. All right. That's fine.
Will that work?
Because, yeah, I mean, because all I have right now, I just wrote down all my answers in a text message and sent them to myself. But like all my workbook and everything, my laptop's at home. I'm just on my phone driving. So, yeah.
we do what we can do, right?
Exactly. I know, huh?
Yeah,
But, yep.
I had 2 weeks or 2 nights last week where I did not get to go to bed, and I had to stay up all night long. On Friday, because I was a group editor for a group project, and of course everybody's busy, so they're turning it in last minute, which means I'm frantically trying to go through everything. And then Sunday night, so I did get to sleep Saturday night, but Sunday night, my son, my baby, he just left and is in Japan now for his mission. And his mission president wanted a portfolio of all of his accomplishments and his personality and lots of examples so that he could get to know him. And I'm like, you're kidding me. I don't have time for this right now.
Oh, man. Well, you're a trooper for doing all that. That's awesome.
Well, let me put it into context. In the last 7 weeks, I have been to Utah 3 times, and it takes 2 days to drive there and 2 days to get home. So that's like 3 weeks worth of travel because of packing and unpacking that I haven't put anything into school. So it's like, I would rather have these stresses than other stresses, though. So that's all good.
That's very true. I understand that.
Okay, so we're on question 3.
Yeah, which I think is just 2, 3, and 4, right?
I don't know.
But...
For 4, I did not choose 4. Let's see. I only chose 2 and 3.
Okay.
Don't quote me though, because I didn't submit my answers.
Yeah, I guess since they were previously unemployed and they just stopped, that hasn't really changed anything, right? Because they were already unemployed.
Yeah, the way that the tutor explained this one to me, because I was gonna choose D as well, but what she said was to always look at the fraction. And so, do you see this fraction thing here that I'm moving around?
Yeah. It's the number of unemployed over the labor force times 100.
Yeah.
Is like the rate.
Yeah, and so she said always kind of gauge that kind of a question against that formula.
Sorry, that was my phone.
Do you need to grab that?
No, it's fine. I'll just send him a message real quick.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
So, she just said that the denominator, the bottom number, is always, always, always going to be larger than, wait a second, let me see. No, she said if the bottom number or the labor force increases, then it's going to have an opposite effect. Then the fraction itself will decrease. So if the bottom number, that's what she kind of told me, is if the bottom number is going to get bigger, then the top number is going to get smaller. Right. And so based on that, we look at the labor force. So for number 4, an increase in the number of previously unemployed people who would have been considered part of the labor force. They then stopped working and became discouraged. And that was the other point she told me, is discouraged workers do not get counted in the unemployment figures. They don't get counted. So,
interesting.
Yeah. And so then I asked her, well, then wouldn't that mean that both the top and the bottom would decrease? And she said, yes, but, and I'm moving back up here, if you look at this formula that they use to calculate everything,
Right.
it's always going to be a larger number. The bottom will always be a larger number. So anyway, it just was that that number 2, it just meant that it would decrease the unemployment rate. I mean, this number 4 here would decrease if people removed themselves from that formula altogether.
Right. Okay, that makes sense. Well, and question 4, I got that as well. It's B, right?
Yes, that's what I got.
Okay, great.
And then question 5.
Labor force participation rate.
And so this was another formula right here.
Yeah, I've got this one pulled up in the book, so I can see that one.
Okay.
Labor force over adult population times 100, which the labor force would be the employed and the 1 million students, homemakers, retirees, blah blah blah. Would that also count the unemployed?
So let's see. She said that the business labor, I don't remember, statistics. Okay, the business labor statistics is going to count everybody that's 16 years and older.
Right.
And the discouraged workers will not be counted in the labor force, but I think everybody else is. Hold on, wait.
Well, the unemployed wouldn't be.
No. This would not, none of these would not be considered part of the workforce either, because they're not making themselves available and they're not looking for work.
Okay. Let's see. Oh, right. Yeah, not the labor force. That's what I read. Okay, never mind. That makes sense. So yeah, I read that in the book, but I misunderstood it. So they don't count as labor force because they're not in the labor. So,
they're not in potential to contribute at this point.
Right.
And then we know that the discouraged workers, they also do not get counted into that factor.
Right. So that would just be 25 million over all of them added together, right?
Yes. 25 over, let's see, no, 20. Is it 25 over 28?
25 over 30, wouldn't it?
Yes, you're right.
Wouldn't you add both of the 1 millions as well?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, so that would be 25 over 28 times 100, basically.
Well, wait a second. Isn't it 28 over 30?
Or sorry, yeah. Wait. Yes.
Now I'm confused. Is labor force, that also includes the unemployed?
No, that would only be those who are actively employed. Because those who aren't in the labor force get counted towards the unemployment, but not towards the labor force. So I think the labor force is only, let's see, it's just the percentage of the total adult population that is in the labor force. Yeah, so I think the labor force would only be those employed. So that should be 83.3%, right?
Well, I need to verify that now. Darn, I thought I totally had that. Now I forgot. Hold on.
BLS counts adult age of 16 years old, discouraged are not counted in labor force. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, the labor force is different from the number of unemployed, obviously. And then
Okay. Hold on.
and the last 1 million are those not in the labor force.
So according to this here, and I haven't opened it up yet, are the unemployed included in the labor force? The labor force includes all persons aged 16 or over that are economically active in the period of the time reported. People are economically active if they're employed, self-employed, serving in the military, or are unemployed but are looking for work.
That's the labor force?
That's what it says the labor force includes.
All persons 16 or older who are active, people economically active with their employees from the military. That doesn't make any sense. So unemployed counts as the labor force?
Because there's potential force of people that could be. So let's see here.
Okay.
Let's look at a different definition.
30 times 100.
The labor force is defined simply as people who are willing to work. The size of labor force is determined by
oh yeah, right here. It says it right there. Yep. Okay. I am totally blind. It says it right in the book that the labor force is the number of employed plus the number of unemployed.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So then, yeah, that would be 93.3% then. Is what I got on that.
Well, I'm glad that you brought that question up because I wasn't quite sure.
Okay. Well, I'm glad we figured that one
out. Okay.
All right. So, question 6. Evidence from research studies by economists blank. Very helpful. So that increased employment benefits decrease the job search.
So evidence from research studies by economists showed that increased unemployment benefits decrease job search efforts.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Because they're getting an income, so they're
so there's no incentive to find a job.
Yeah.
Yeah, makes sense. Okay, and question 7. Gwen is an unpaid worker in her family's restaurant. The Bureau of Labor Statistics counts Gwen as...
Whoops, sorry.
She's an unpaid worker. They'd be unemployed in the labor force, right?
Oh, yes.
If she's unpaid? Or would she still count as employed?
She is unpaid. Let's think through that. I don't know. Can you see if you can find something that addresses that?
Yeah, I'm looking that up. Just workers. Check the PowerPoint real quick.
Hey Garrett, how you doing?
Sorry, what was that?
Just checking to see how you're doing.
Yep, I'm doing good. I'm just listening and driving. So, yep, I've got about 20 minutes till I get home. So.
Ooh, that's a long drive.
Yeah, a little bit. We had a young men's little service project way up. We were digging out a couple trails here in Ogden Canyon. So, I'm just on my way home now. So.
Gotcha.
Yeah, but should be good. So.
Let's see. Here we go. Unpaid family workers is employed. Yeah. So she would be employed and in the workforce.
Okay. That's what I got.
Okay. Cool.
But see, when you question me on those kinds of things, that's good because I'd rather do that while we can verify than when I'm taking an exam and going, oh, dang it.
Right.
Okay, so the unemployment rate here, we take the number of unemployed. That's our formula right here. We're going to take the number of unemployed, which is 3 million. And then we divide it by the total labor force.
Right.
So discouraged workers don't count, and all of this little cluster of people don't count. So we're only counting these guys. That's the same number. 28.
Yeah, you're right. That's the same question.
They're asking for a different portion.
Oh, yeah, right. Yeah. So in question 5, it was the labor force participation rate, but now it's the unemployment rate. But yeah, they're using all the same numbers.
All right, so 3 divided by 28. Because the other one was wanting to know about, okay, so I got 10.7.
Yes, I got that as well.
All right.
Saw this. So question 9, unemployment that results because it takes time for workers to search for the jobs that best suit their tastes and skills is called blank. I think I saw this in a book somewhere, but I have no idea what that would be.
I think it was structural unemployment. Is that an option?
Structural unemployment.
Ah, I found it. It is structural unemployment.
Yeah, sweet. Okay, so question 10, who in the adult population is counted as employed in the U.S. labor statistics? Which I actually have pulled up on the website. So people who temporarily absent from their job, and people who work without pay. Yeah, so it's A, right?
I think.
People who are temporarily absent from their job, people who work without pay in a family member's business. That was similar to
That last one.
to question 7, yeah. Yeah. Which of the following is not a reason economies experience structural unemployment? Which structural is when there's not enough jobs to give to everyone. It's not a reason economies experience structural unemployment. Wouldn't that be job search?
Could be. Hang on. I'm looking this up.
One reason economies always experience some unemployment is job search. Job search is the process of matching workers with appropriate jobs. So yeah, if there's structural unemployment, then that would cause the reason. Yeah, that would be then, because if they can't match them, then that causes structural unemployment.
So are you on 11?
Yeah. Yeah.
What was it that you chose for 10?
I chose A for 10.
Okay, that's what I got. All right.
For 11, I'm not really sure, because like I feel like it's sort of a chicken and the egg, situation, because like job search is defined as matching workers with appropriate jobs, and structural unemployment, there's not enough jobs for all the workers, right? So
Yeah.
is there a lack of jobs because job search isn't going well, or does job search fail because there's no jobs?
Well, unemployment that results because it takes time. Well, gosh. Hold on. That's number 9. That's why that's confusing.
Oh.
Okay. Which of the following is not a reason economies experience structural unemployment?
I think it might be minimum wage laws, because the book says that minimum wage laws cause frictional unemployment. Or no, all the way around. Frictional. Oh, yeah. Minimum wage laws cause frictional unemployment. So my guess would be C.
So, and it's asking about not causing or not a reason?
Structural unemployment, yeah. So since minimum wage laws cause frictional unemployment rather than structural, I don't think minimum wage laws, or I think minimum wage laws is wait.
I think it's job
and cause unemployment. I don't know. I give up on this question.
Well, what did you get, Garrett, for number 11? I think it's A. Garrett.
Where'd he go? You might not be able to hear us.
Maybe. Okay, so let's reapproach this question. Which is a reason economies experience structural unemployment? So we know structural unemployment is people taking their time so that they can find the right job for them. So unions definitely would be a reason that they would experience structural unemployment or be unemployed.
Job search would then, because job search is the process of matching workers to their appropriate jobs.
Yeah.
So if that's taking longer, then that would cause structural unemployment. And the book says that minimum wage laws also cause structural unemployment.
But this question is asking which of the following basically does not cause structural unemployment.
Right. So I guess it would be efficiency wages. I don't see anything in the book about those.
I have no idea. Okay, we're going to call that one a mulligan and just guess.
Okay, I like that one.
And then when we hear from Garrett again, we can find out what he says on 11.
Yeah.
So I will highlight that so I can remember. Okay.
What on earth?
Okay.
They all cause structural unemployment. Like the book says, a fourth reason economies always experience some structural unemployment, in addition to job search, minimum wage laws, and unions, is suggested by the theory of efficiency wages. Like, they all cause it. That's weird. I don't know. I would just guess on that one, I guess. Anyway.
So I wonder if that's in the PowerPoint.
I don't know. I can check it real quick. Pull it up.
I'll let you look that one up.
Occurs when there are fewer jobs than workers. Yeah. Job search. There's not enough jobs to go around. Occurs when wage is kept above the equilibrium. So minimum wage laws do cause structural unemployment. This group is a small part of the labor force which can't expand most of them. Unions raise wages above the equilibrium, which causes unemployment. So unions would also cause structural unemployment. Efficiency wages doesn't say. Much. Firms voluntarily pay above equilibrium wages to boost worker productivity. I don't know. That's even more confusing.
Yeah, I don't know what the deal is there.
Okay. Well, let's just move on then.
Okay.
So question 12. If changing consumer preferences increase the demand for satellite radios and decrease the demand for video cassette recorders, the economy will likely exhibit that would be frictional unemployment, wouldn't it?
That's what I guessed.
Okay. So question 13, public policy. I don't know. What policy does. Nope, that's not. Worker health. Do you know much about public policy?
Not quite so much.
Okay, well, let me see here. Public policy
can reduce both frictional unemployment and natural unemployment.
I found a definition.
A what?
I said I found a definition.
Oh, okay.
Can reduce both frictional unemployment and the natural rate of unemployment.
All right, sweet.
That one works for me.
Sounds good.
Okay.
So if there were no factors keeping wages from reaching equilibrium, then there would be no just keeping wages from these are hard questions.
Well, they're kind of, because I don't understand the concepts behind all of these.
Yeah.
Several look like, yeah, that works.
Okay, so structural unemployment occurs when wages are kept above equilibrium. So if there was nothing keeping the wages from reaching the equilibrium, then there wouldn't be structural unemployment because it would always be at the equilibrium.
Yeah, structural unemployment.
At least that would be my guess. That's the best guess.
That is me too.
Okay, so if unemployment is 2,000 workers, then the minimum wage.
Wait, where is? I need to find the original. Is there a chart that goes to that?
Well, there's a so in the PowerPoint there's a graph. I can switch back to sharing my screen.
Okay. I think, where are we at? Here. How do I stop hearing? Okay. You have it back now?
I think you're still.
How do I get out of here? Screen share. Well, I see your PowerPoint.
Okay.
I think you're there.
Well, I think you do you have an option to stop presenting?
Let's see. There's a little thing. Google Hangouts is sharing your screen with hangouts.com. Do I?
Yeah.
I think
So stop sharing on that.
It's not letting me do anything.
Is there not a stop sharing button or something?
Yeah, there is, but it's not responding. Let me see. There's another button up here that's red. That did nothing. Oh,
Okay.
that shows participants. Well, this is not good. How do I get out of that? I see yours.
Yeah, but on the actual video, it's still showing your screen. It's not showing mine yet.
Hold on. There's a little drop down. No, that's profile. Well, what the heck?
Oh well, I guess we can
wait
a little bit.
Click the share screen button on the menu bar at the top. Stop sharing. We don't want to know how to share.
There we go. I think she just left. Awkward. That is not what you want to do. Well, I mean, it's sharing my screen now, so that's good. Okay.
Are we back on?
Yep, you're back in.
And you have control.
I do. Yep, that's popping mine up now. So.
Okay. I just had to completely hop off and get back on.
All right, I guess that works.
Okay.
But yeah, so the PowerPoint shows that it's got this graph here. So let me pop that over there, and then do not want to do that. So I'll move this back over here. Okay.
Perfect.
That's right. Yeah. So.
I have two screens, so when I'm not looking directly here, it's
same here. Yeah. I've got two screens, and like all my windows went haywire.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah. So in the question, if unemployment is 2,000 workers, then the minimum wage must be blank. And so at the 2,000 mark, it's hitting the 3 on the wage line.
Oh, okay.
But I don't know. No, that's unemployment. So the unemployment is the difference between the S line and the D line. I guess those are still supply and demand. Um, so um,
Equilibrium M, or what does that mean? That EQM.
the equilibrium.
Okay.
Yeah. Um, so if the unemployment, the difference is 2,000, then that would be something like at the 5 or the 7, which if there's unemployment and it's above the equilibrium, then I would say that the minimum wage is $7.
Because the equilibrium is at 6.
Right. So the equilibrium is at 6, and then at 7, there's a difference of 20,000 or 2,000 between the supply and demand,
Gotcha.
which is according to the I don't know why it has to be above the equilibrium, but I guess that's what the book is showing, or the PowerPoint. So I guess that's what we'll go with. Anyway, do you agree with that though? Does that make sense?
That reasoning, yeah.
Okay, cool. We'll go with that then. So question 16, workers searching for jobs that best suit them is most closely associated. That's structural, I think. Because that's like the definition of job search. And then we said that structural unemployment was like them trying to find those jobs, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So then question 17, if the government imposes a minimum wage of $4, how many workers will be unemployed? So if it's $4, then unemployment would be the difference between demand and supply. So it would be 4,000. Does that make sense?
Yep. I am seeing the benefit of why that original is very important, because when I copied this and put it into a Word document so I can type on it, it didn't grab the chart.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, so question 18, unions contribute to frictional and natural. One. Unions. Wage, unions. Union is a type of cartel. And collective bargaining. When union raises the wage above the equilibrium, it raises the quantity of labor supplied and reduces the quantity of labor demanded, resulting in unemployment. Workers who remain employed at the higher rate wage are better off, but those who were previously employed are now unemployed and worse off. Unions are often thought to cause conflict between different groups of workers, between the insiders who benefit from the high union wages and the outsiders who do not get the union jobs. That seems like that could be frictional, right? If there's friction between two groups.
Yeah. Well, and one of the other things that I looked up and saw is they keep the wages above the market clearing level, so that would cause friction.
Yeah. I'm not sure how the natural rate of unemployment is defined. But I would say that unions contribute to at least frictional unemployment. and try to find.
Let me see if I can find something else.
Normal rate of employment around which the unemployment rate fluctuates. That's helpful. Natural rate of unemployment. Normal rate of unemployment around which the unemployment rate fluctuates. Okay. So it's for
Structural, but not frictional unemployment. So let's see. Does that help?
Not frictional?
Not frictional.
Okay. Well, I would say that it's, where'd that book go?
Where did it go? There we are.
I would say that it's probably neither of them then. So I would say that it's D. I lost the book, but
so it's not frictional. So B or D. And the natural rate of unemployment, I don't know if it would contribute to that because unions are like their own little breed.
yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna say D on that one, I think. Okay, so paying efficiency wages means that wages are paying efficiency wages. And firms voluntarily pay above equilibrium wages to boost worker productivity. So efficiency wages would cause a bit of unemployment, but it means that wages are above the equilibrium and profits would be higher than otherwise. Or maybe lower, I'm not sure. It'd be better off for the workers.
Yeah.
I would say that the profits would be higher than otherwise because
Otherwise they would.
Yeah.
Oh, wait a second.
If the workers are eating better, healthier, more productive, then and it's reducing turnover, then I feel like that would keep the profits high.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay, cool. So last one, the theory of efficiency wages provides a possible explanation as to why workers form unions, firms who try to reduce surpluses of labor, firms may be inclined to keep their workers' wages above the equilibrium level, firms may be inclined to keep the workers up. I mean, I could see, because that's what efficiency wages are. It's keeping it above the equilibrium price. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I just found that 19. That's correct. The one A that we found.
Okay, cool. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and submit it, I guess, and see how it goes. And I missed 4 of them. So
Be inclined to keep their workers wearing level.
Whoops.
so 9, 16, 17, and 18 were all wrong.
9, 16, 17, and 18. What?
Yeah.
Number 16? I thought for sure that one was right.
I know. That one is frictional.
Oh. Okay, so.
And then apparently 17 was 0.
Well.
So I guess if the government imposes a wage that's below the equilibrium, then there's not unemployment.
Would not have known that.
I guess. I mean, I guess that makes sense. Actually, if there's more jobs than there are workers, then no one's going to be unemployed.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably should have seen that coming.
And 18?
18 was B, the natural rate of unemployment, but not the frictional. So
it was
the
other
we didn't really know what natural rate of unemployment was. And then, yeah, question 9 was frictional. All right, well.
So number 11, which one was that?
Job search.
Okay, that's what we chose.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Alrighty. And then for 20, I don't even remember what you said. I'm trying to not look at yours. I appreciate that very much. Let's see. Okay, so thank you so much for going through all of these. Garrett, are you still there?
Yes, I am.
Nice.
Okay.
Cool.
All right, 1 second.
Well, hopefully, if you're not like fully back and able to look at stuff, then you'll be able to go back through the video and look over what we talked about and stuff. But yeah, cool.
Thank you so much. And you're gonna upload this into the class section this week?
Yep. I'll go ahead and post that.
Perfect. Thanks, Brian.
All right. Thank you.
Bye.
Hey, thanks everybody.
Thanks.
Thanks,
Bye.
Garrett.